morning I got distracted by the birds. Today is Monday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. But in my mind I think it's Monday because it's a beginning of a whole new week. Today is Tuesday, June 1st. A whole new month. A whole new way to get your mindset going. I thought I'd get this video up early today because I have a busy day ahead of me, and I enjoyed my walk. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It's 72. I think we're supposed to go up to 75. I have all my windows open. I need to put some more food in my bird feeder, I can see. I filled that thing to the brim yesterday and now it's empty. And then Jim has a dentist appointment to get some implants put in. Jim has false teeth and he's got 2 implants on the bottom to hold his bottoms in place. And so now he wants to get some to put on the top so he doesn't have to keep using polygrip. So he calls me his secretary, so I have to go and fill out all the paperwork. So we're going to go there. And then when we get home, Jimmy and Danny are coming over to help Jim put up the gazebo because it finally has arrived. So they're going to put the gazebo up today. I think David might come over too to help. I'm not really sure on that, but maybe. But that's supposed to take a couple hours to do that. And then I did really well yesterday. We had, just Jim and I had our own little barbecue. We made some all-burger hamburgers. I made some potato salad and macaroni salad and corn on the cob, which I did have. For breakfast I had an ounce of cheese, an English muffin, and a hard-boiled egg, and a banana. And for lunch I had grapefruit. And then for dinner I had the hamburger. Well, actually I had cheeseburger. I put a piece of Velveeta cheese on it. And a little bit of potato salad, a little bit of macaroni salad, and I had my diet iced tea, the Starbucks imitation tea. I had that, and I stayed on plan. It was a really good day for me. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I have my focus back again. I have my mindset, and you know, your focus is going to determine your reality. It really is. So you have to really pay attention to what you're doing today, not only today, but every month. And you know, you might have gone a little bit off the rails yesterday. That was yesterday. And yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Chad and Jeremy. Flashback to the 60s. But anyway, you know, what you focus on is going to be your reality. And if you focus on dwelling on how poorly you did in May, because I did poorly in May, you're not going to be very optimistic about September or June. September, well, pushing the summer past so quickly, aren't I? I am very, very determined this month to get back on track. I really am. My cousin in Toronto told me that they might be moving up their vaccines a month, which means instead of getting them at the end of July, she might be getting them at the end of June. Fingers crossed. That means we might be able to go to Minnesota in the middle of July for Michael's birthday. I'll come home and I'll go up to the cottage for a week. I have my party coming up next month, or this month now, in June. I have my party coming up this month in June. I got a lot to look forward to, and there's going to be a lot of eating events. I'm invited to 3 graduation parties all on the same day. 2 of them are from 4 to 6. And 1 of them is from 3 to 5. So the fortunate thing is the 1 to 3 to 5 is my sister Denise, and so it wouldn't matter if I left and then went back. And then the 4 to 6 is my neighbor on that side and my neighbor on this side. So it's like really close. I can just do little pop-ins there. So it's not like I have to do a lot of driving. It's just a little bit of walking, which I can do with no problem. And oh my goodness, I was just looking at their garden. Their garden is coming up. They have like an above-ground garden. I asked my neighbor, I said, well, I didn't see you plant any berries. He said, I would plant berries, but there's too many birds in the neighborhood. I think he was implying about my birds. I says, yeah, but you don't have bugs, do you? And he says, no, that's the trade-off. I don't have bugs, because they eat all the bugs. I think they're eating our grubs, too, which is good, because I see them chowing down on the lawn, and I can't think there's that many worms on my lawn. So, you know, just focus. Get your mindset right. That's 100%. 100% of your success is your mindset. So, get that mindset right. Really, get it right. So today, hopefully I can get Danny in on our tag. I'm going to do a tag with Jimmy and Danny. Well, Jimmy for sure. Kim over at Girl on the Phone, it was her week to do the questions because Tracy over at Trails of a Long Hair Girl is still recovering from her surgery. But Kim said she was going to make them easy this week because Jimmy made them so hard last week. And then when I was watching Recipes with Roy, he said something about it sounded like a job interview. I never thought about it until he said that, but yeah, it did. It sounded like questions you get asked on a job interview. I haven't been on a job interview in years. The job that I got, that I kept for, how long did I keep that job? Almost 20 years, where I was the mail clerk. Denise's best friend got me the job, and oh, I hated it. I just absolutely hated it. And I started at 7 in the morning. I took my break at 10 o'clock and I went to my car and I called Denise and I said, "You are so fortunate that your best friend got me this job." And she said, "Why?" I said, "Because otherwise I'd be putting in my notice and leaving because I'm done. I'm just done. I don't like it. I don't like the one girl that works here. She's the supervisor of the mailroom. She's just so arrogant and I don't like her." And I said, and nobody's helpful. I don't like it, but I'll stick it out. I ended up staying there 20 years. The girl that was so stickler, I could see why after I'd been there a while, why she was so, not so much arrogant, but not willing to help. And why the other ones weren't willing to help is because the one girl started 2 days before me and the other girl had started 3 days before me, and so she had to train all new people. And come to find out that she was on a rotation of training people because they didn't want to stay, because she was really hard to work with and people didn't want to work with her. But then it turned out that the one girl, Randy, turned out to be one of my not my best friend, but a really good friend that I'm still friends with, even though I've been gone, 8 years? We're still friends. We get together once, well, not in the last year, but we get together and go to lunch or something. But it just shows that if you really just stick something out, just stick it out, stay with it. Don't give up. I was willing to give up. I was willing to quit, and it was the fact that it was my sister's best friend and I didn't want her to look bad that I stayed. And it had so many benefits for me for staying. I gained so much from that job. I gained a lot of self-confidence. That I always had a lot of self-confidence, but I really got way more self-confidence on that. And then when the company ended and I ended up just being there by myself, I told you the company didn't know how to pay me, so they just paid me a salary. And they paid me for 30 hours a week, and if I worked 8, I was doing good. I really stretched it to work 8 because there really wasn't that much work. And every time I told them I needed more work or they needed to stop paying me so much, they kept saying, "No, just continue on, just continue on." So at the time I was getting $10 an hour for 5 hours work. So, morning. So that was like $50 for the day, and I was barely working an hour. So I was basically getting paid $50 an hour. And who could shake a stick at that? It was nice. That lasted for probably about 9 months, and then surprisingly, that company went out of business too. And the fact that I never took a vacation day, because I lived probably maybe a mile, if that, from the place. So I would go in, do my job, and go home. So I never took a day off, because even if I wasn't feeling well, I knew I could go in, work for an hour, and then come home. And I would be close to home. I didn't have to worry about anything. And I never took vacation days because it was like in the winter anyhow. They actually let me go in the summer. So when they folded the company, I got my 4 weeks vacation pay that I never took. And then I got my 5 sick days, which I never took, and I got my 3 personal days, which I never took. So I got like a little bonus check, which was really nice. I really liked that. And the fact is, I never lost the job either, because the other company that I was working, because they rented space, and when they found out I was going, they said, "Do you want to stay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'll stay." So I stayed there, and they gave me a little bit of a raise. They gave me a $2 raise, and I still worked. I had to work that time. Then I had to work the 6 to 1 or 6 to 12, but I didn't care. I had a job, and I liked it. So, but like I said, June. You know, I always like the beginning of the month. It would have been nice if the beginning of the month would have been on a Monday, because then that would have all fit right into place. But new focus, new mindset, new desire, and, you know, I'm the one that's in control of everything. I control what I put in my mouth. I control the food I bring into the house. I control it. I have no way to blame anybody else. If there's a problem, it's my fault. Nobody else's fault. It's my fault. So let's go on to having a successful June. I'm not setting a pound weight goal for the month. I'm just setting a goal of having a loss each week, no matter how small. That's the only goal I want to achieve this month. And just inch my way back to my ultimate goals. And I know I will achieve them, because I'm going to focus. I'm determined. I have the right mindset. I'm going to do it. This is going to be my month. So stay with me this month. Watch me. So I might replay this little clip right here at the end of the month, just to see. Okay, Sandy, this is June 1st. How are you going to do it? What are you going to do? That's what we can do. Everyone has a phone. That's it. Do a little self-proclamation on a video and keep it in your photos. And just say, today's June 1st. I didn't weigh myself, but you can weigh yourself. Today's June 1st. This is what I weighed. On June 30th, I'm going to weigh myself, and I'm going to show a loss, no matter how small, on June 30th. And this is going to be my month to refocus. And I'm going to do it. So let's all do this. Okay, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Hopefully you will tune in later on today and see my video with Jimmy and maybe even Danny. We'll see. All right, talk to you guys later. Stay safe.